1, 2, 3, 4.
Testing.
1, 2. I need to have a
She sells seashells down by the seashore.
That's not how it goes.
What's the other? Yeah,
she sells.
No, that's wrong.
She sells.
She sells seashells down by the seashore.
I don't think there's no buy.
Down the seashore?
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Oh, by this. There's no down.
No.
Okay. So it's seashells.
What's the first of all?
She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay.
Tongue twisters are just the stupidest things ever. Like.
It's fun. I think it's cool. It's cool. You mess around with the language that
they're so white, man. White people love like Peter Pepper, pickle what? What?
What's the only other one I know is like how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Oh yeah, that
Which
one.
Isn't a tongue twister. That's just like a way to say.
It's the same thing. That's a tongue twister.
No, because you can say that a bunch of times. I think no, you probably can't.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if wood?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck?
Oh my god!
Oh, no, I fucked up. Yeah, so you can't do it. Yeah,
that's 100% a tongue twister.
You have to memorize it. You're actually like rapping. Do
kids know tongue twisters now? Do you think like kids know
app twisters?
Oh yeah, word. 100%. That's a genius idea. A tongue twister app. I think we sound okay, and we might add some gems there. So let's just get started.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
Zane, sing us in, my friend.
Sing us in.
in.
Hold on. Get the auto-tune ready.
Let's go.
I can't sing it. I'm no R. Kelly.
What's going on with R. Kelly? Apparently, R. Kelly has
a creep is all he is.
He's
not technically doing anything illegal, but he's doing some sketch shit.
First of all,
like if Scientology is going on, then let R. Kelly have his weird shit going on too.
So, word on the street is, and by street I mean internet headline, is he has a cult.
Yeah,
he's accused of having a what?
No, it's not actually.
Yeah,
is
so
his name Ryan? No, it's Robert.
Yeah, it is.
Robertology then.
Zane, you and I caught a movie that has stuck with us for quite a few days. We saw War for the Planet of the Apes, War of the Planet.
It's always of the. That's how I remember it.
War of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Give me quickly. What do you think?
I loved it. I thought it was crazy, and like the whole trilogy is so. It's gonna end up being one of those like diamonds in the rough that people forget about. You're like, yo, that Apes trilogy was dope, eh?
It is. Yeah. I totally think so. Like we discussed last week, it's one of those rare cases where it's a trilogy, but every movie gets better, or every movie, they're not equally as.
It keeps a high level.
Yeah.
Like they were all really well
very
done.
yeah exactly.
Yeah.
It's funny because. The first and second one was kind of like a Dark Knight Batman Begins kind of thing, where the first one was really good, and then the second one was way better.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing about the second one is I think I saw it twice, and I was just like sick, but I never saw it again. But the third one, this movie stuck with us for a few days. It really, really dark. Really,
I was thinking about it the next morning too, man.
Big time.
It really that was so good. I needed someone to talk about it with and shit.
Did you expect it to go the way it did?
No, like right away. That's one thing I liked about it. It was like halfway through, I was sitting there and I was like, oh, like it's not even a movie about a war.
No.
You know what I mean? There's no crazy action sets until there was one at the end. But like they saved it all the way up to the ending, and you were still into it. It was very tense,
super invested. Yeah. Really good pacing.
The whole trilogy in general, it's like a character story, which you wouldn't expect from a movie about apes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially when it's Planet of the Apes, because
like Caesar is a better written character than so many of these Hollywood characters.
Totally agree,
and
he has some certain facial expressions.
Like I love monkeys just because of
incredible.
These movies, man.
This movie looks unbelievable. There were times where the orangutan Maurice looks amazing.
Real.
The texture of the skin, the way the light reflects on the skin, the movement, the speaking,
man.
the hair, exactly. The hair when it's wet, the hair when it's dry.
Is the number one.
Yeah, the movements is. That's all motion capture too.
Yeah.
That's the guy who's doing that stuff, which is crazy.
That's one thing. Now they've just gotten crazy with animals, man. Because even Jungle Book
looked beautiful.
It looked like real animals, and this kid is hanging out with a panther, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? It was crazy. And Lion King will look good at least.
Lion King will look better than. It's hard because that's really a testament to somebody's acting, because you're not acting in front of anything. No, it's all green screen. Yeah. There's no other person.
And something like Lion King and Jungle Book is even harder than something like Apes, because they're speaking English. Like Apes, at least it was like monkey noises.
Oh yeah,
and that's what one thing I liked was the
silent language.
Yeah. Although apparently there's one scene I read on the internet, like an error, a continuity error or whatever.
What?
There's one scene where like Caesar's looking through binoculars and he responds to an ape who's doing sign language, but he shouldn't know what he's saying because
I think I actually played.
He's looking through binoculars.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's people nitpicking and going through a movie.
Caesar's way more intelligent than we think.
He's transmitting information telepathically.
3 eyes. Yeah.
This is a movie about
third eye.
apes. Like, why are you questioning the reality?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Come on,
and that's what. That's where people got mad about Game of Thrones. Do you watch Game of? You don't watch Game of Thrones, but yeah, you just said. I'm not going to talk about the first episode too much, but Ed Sheeran was in the first episode.
I saw that.
And people are like, "Oh, like it completely takes me out of the realism." And it's like you're watching a show about dragons. Are you kidding?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you seeing Ed Sheeran get you out of this? Like, oh
apparently
my
he
God.
deleted his Twitter after.
Really?
Yeah, people are just terrible. Like,
yeah, I don't know why
Twitter
they're
mobs,
on him
man.
too. Like, whatever. He's a fan of the show, and he's using his celebrity to get into a show.
Why
he
not?
likes.
I would 100%
Like,
do that.
I would try to do the same thing. Like, if I don't end up on Simpsons, if I'm ever famous, you know what I mean? Like,
That's a hard letdown. Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. How do you feel about Apes?
Apes is my second favorite movie of the summer. First being Spider-Man, simply because it's just a lot of fun. It was a very fun movie to watch. Like I really enjoyed
Spider-Man to you
Spider-Man.
was what Guardians of the Galaxy when it came out. Was
Yeah,
for me.
exactly.
'Cause I think
thing.
Dawn came out that same summer.
I think so.
if I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
mistaken. And I had the same thing. I was like, something about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Too good.
It brings the kid out of you.
It's
you know what I
good.
mean?
Apes.
I loved Apes. I liked it more than Spider-Man.
Andy
But both
Serkis
were
just nails it.
amazing.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like so far, like the summer slump of movies. Well, I haven't seen Wonder Woman. Apparently, that's quite the hit.
That was so. It's like like it went for me. It was like Wonder Woman was a easy 8.5.
Yeah.
Baby Driver was at least like a 7.5.
Baby Driver was entertaining.
It was very entertaining for me, and like and then Spider-Man or War, they both ripped it. Like amazing movies,
big time.
And then Dunkirk is apparently even better than all these movies.
So Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan's new movie, World War II. Don't know if it's drama. Don't know if it's going to be a war movie. Apparently, as you just said, it's sick.
Yeah,
Or Dimitri got tickets
not just
somehow.
Sick. Yeah. Dimitri got tickets. Said it was dope. He said Hans Zimmer did it again.
Which is I don't want to hear about Hans Zimmer. I know the music's going to be good. What about
that's
the movie?
one thing I was like really like. I hope I want to hear how Hans Zimmer did it.
Yeah, of course.
It's always soundtrack is such a big part whenever he's part of it, man. Like, Interstellar was like half the reason it was amazing was the soundtrack. Same with Inception, like Dark Knight. Even the music's amazing. But with Dunkirk, did you ever end up? I saw you shared a video of Colin Moriarty talking.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah,
did you watch it? Yeah, I watched it, and like hearing like it sounds like a pretty dope part of the war. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
If they do it right, it'll be something
it's good
original and B like. People will actually learn something about history, and it's not American.
No,
so
that's
there's
true.
not going to be that stupid patriotic part of the movie.
Eagles flying.
Yeah, we love each other. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
No.
jerking off to the flag and stuff. There's none of that, which is good.
Okay, speaking of movies that are coming out, Valerian. Zane, that's my reaction too. I was laughing when I saw a trailer for Valerian. I was like, what is this? Like another like John Carter like space.
What was the one that Mila Kunis
cowboy
and Channing
movie?
Tatum was in? People trying to convince themselves it was good because the Matrix guys made it.
Fuck, was Jupiter Ascending? Yeah, wait.
Like, man, the Matrix guys didn't even make 2 good Matrix movies. So why would they make a good
Seriously,
movie after
I don't know. I have no idea. But so Valerian's coming out. Here's the kicker, Zane. The movie's supposed to be very good.
Really?
The movie is getting 9s and 10s across the board. Zane, I swear to God, people are praising Brian Altano.
What boards are you looking at?
Man,
Neopets boards? There's no way that these.
Yeah, man, that's the thing, right? We were roasting this movie.
Yeah.
I was like, Zane, I'm never gonna watch this movie.
Hard,
and then honestly, I'm kind of curious. It's a good like epic space movie. It's creative. It looks beautiful. Good story. Good action. I have a free movie ticket. I might use it to watch Valerian.
Bootleg Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, like,
I like the actor, the guy who played the Harry Osborn in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
the angry
Spoiler
guy
alert,
from
if you haven't seen that terrible movie.
So bad. His goblet was so weird. What was it with
It was so weird, man. Yeah. Just a creepy Harry that wasn't there the whole series.
It's the guy from Chronicle.
And it's like, hey, we're best friends, buddy. Like, I don't think no one buys that.
He just looks creepy too, even when he's not a goblin.
Which is why he was good in Chronicle.
Yeah.
He looks very creepy.
He was very good in Chronicle.
Yeah.
Chronicle, another fantastic found footage movie before they became terrible.
For Paranormal Activity.
Oh my God.
By releasing 10 in the span of 3 years.
The worst. Okay, first of all, speaking of terrible horror spin-offs and sequels, besides there being 7,000 sequels to Paranormal Activity, first of all, if your movie has paranormal in it, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching
First of all, I have a roommate, or I had a roommate, and he believed Paranormal Activity was real, even after he was aware that there was an alternate ending. I couldn't believe it.
So your friend's an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. It was
any kind of ghost thing with like found footage, like doors closing really fast, like windows opening.
You think if it's real, like, these Hollywood guys are making it?
Like no,
yeah.
this is anyway. So
you want to see real videos? You go on Live Leak and you find these.
Yeah,
ghost
they get a little
videos.
dose of reality on Live
Yeah,
Leak.
exactly.
Then immediately close your browser and rethink
Then
your
you
decision.
question life.
So, you know the movie The Conjuring? The Conjuring is another like paranormal, like
I actually
stupid.
didn't mind it.
It was okay.
Yeah,
it was okay. I like
at
we like
best.
Patrick Wilson. I
Yeah,
like
he
and
was
then
the
Vera
only good
Farmiga's a
part.
MILF.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
So not only have they made like I think maybe 2 sequels to The Conjuring. So I think there's about 3 Conjuring movies. There's
For real?
you know that doll Annabelle?
Yeah.
They made a spin-off movie called Annabelle.
Okay, you know what? I'm actually happy because a big part of me when I was watching that movie, I'm like, why did they focus on that doll for like 20 minutes?
Yeah,
as if it was like part of the main plot.
It's got its own
long
movie.
con,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got its own movie. So that doll was so terrifying that they made a movie about
That's
it, and that
amazing.
movie is getting a sequel.
Wow.
So the spin-off has
Annabelle 2 is coming
So
out?
Annabelle 2 is called
That's
something else, but
incredible.
it's
They're
terrible.
milking Conjuring? That's
The
become
Conjuring.
like a blockbuster franchise?
That's
unbelievable.
Do you remember that stretch of like 3 years or 4 years where every horror movie had to deal with exorcism?
Yeah. That was Paranormal Activity was part of that.
It was like right like
the whole
along there,
time,
like
yeah.
Exorcism of Emily Rose, like The
Yeah,
Exorcism,
that one, exactly,
like blah blah
yeah.
blah. Like
they had a little
what?
run in like probably from like 09 to like 12.
Yeah,
or
exactly. Yeah,
13.
those terrible.
Yeah, every
I know.
movie was about that.
I haven't seen a horror
And now
movie in
they've
a long
gotten
time.
back to, for horror movies in general, I feel like there's a little bit of a resurgence because they've gone back to like not taking themselves seriously. Now it's like they like which one did I see? That the first one that felt like that was that
Cabin in the
new-
Woods, man.
Well, Cabin in the Woods definitely, but like the new Texas Chainsaw felt. a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit
that
like
one.
that.
Yeah, Camping just stupid.
yeah,
They're making a
exactly.
new one by the way. It's called Leatherface.
Again?
Yeah, you
Oh
see
my
him as a
God.
kid and just
Oh,
like,
true.
going. I don't know, terrible. I don't know.
Baby killer this time.
Like
Sequel
it's
to
like
Baby
hey, it's
Driver?
like our kid. Like your house is just weird. There's like
Yeah.
limbs and, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Where's Child Protective
I think horror
Services?
movies, like, just by genre, they can't be amazing. Like,
That's the thing, but like a good horror movie is usually more of a thriller. I can't think of a really good
exactly.
scary movie.
A good
like
thriller is better than a good horror movie,
I agree.
I find.
I don't know. Horror movie just satisfy people's
Yeah.
like thirst to see
Yeah.
gore.
For me,
and
like,
shit.
more, like, yeah, exactly. More of a horror movie would be, like, a movie based on a serial killer. Like, disturbing movies. Those are horror
fuck.
to me,
Yeah,
but those
horror.
are thrillers, technically.
Yeah, true.
Right? Like, but those are freaky as hell sometimes.
Yeah, man,
Like,
fuck,
Nightcrawler is, like,
yeah.
a horror movie, but
Yeah,
people
word.
don't treat it like that.
Fuck, Nightcrawler was good.
It was
I forgot about
very
Nightcrawler.
good, yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal was in another movie. You should watch it.
Prince of Persia?
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen it
definitely.
twice in theaters. So
No way
there's
you saw
need-
Prince
I
of
saw it
Persia.
twice in
That's a
theaters.
hard regret.
Yeah, I don't know why I did
Oh
it.
my God.
I don't know why. I
Did you pay for the ticket or was it?
I believe I paid for it both times.
That's
The
terrible.
other one I made that mistake was I saw Wolverine's Origins.
Oh
twice
my
in
god,
theaters.
that is a huge.
I remember sitting down the second time and like 5 minutes in, I'm
You're
like, why
like,
did
what
I
the
do
fuck
this?
am I
Yeah,
watching?
this was such a
Was it
bad
the part
movie.
where he like turns the bike around with his claw and then he like scratches the ground and like it makes sparks?
It's such a bad movie.
Such a terrible. Sash and I were laughing at it the other day because you remember how bad Sabretooth was in the movie? Like Sabretooth, like Liev Schreiber, has
Liev
like,
Schreiber,
has like slightly long teeth and like claws. And he's just a weird
He
guy.
looked like he was like a Twilight character before Twilight was a thing. That's all he was.
So not down Liev Schreiber.
Yeah.
Liev Schreiber, I just like him in Kate and Leopold when he's a crazy neighbor.
Yeah, I was
Otherwise,
just gonna
Liev
say,
Schreiber,
he's
Liev
good for
Schreiber,
romantic comedies.
Not anything else.
So like, unless him and Wolverine are dating,
No,
I don't
yeah,
want to see
we're
this
not gonna
movie.
watch it.
Yeah,
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
you talk about it. Give me
So
your...
Marvel vs. Capcom 3, obviously the third installment of the versus Capcom series. Overall, it's really good. They did this thing in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 where they just made the controls really easy, and if you push X, it would launch the guy into the air, so you can do an air combo. So it was really, they really dumbed it down to make it like accessible for people who haven't
more
played the
people
game. Exactly. Usually, people's complaints about fighting games is I haven't played the old ones. I'm not gonna know the new one.
You
I'm
feel
just getting my
lost.
ass kicked. Yeah, but this is a really good way of getting people to play the game. But the thing is, for older players and people who like play competitive fighting games, is way too easy. So the game just didn't really like stick with a lot of
It
people.
didn't feel...
Exactly. Like
you've
it
already
wasn't as
played
challenging
the-
if you're doing
yeah,
combos. Like they simplified it, but they changed the controls back to the control schemes in the first game, and it's very good. But the problem is,
When did it come out?
The demo came out right on E3. It's a story demo, so like you see the terrible cutscenes, which are god awful, and it gives you a random pair of people to use. All the characters in the games, all the Marvel ones at least, are from the movies.
Someone told me that. They were saying, because we were talking about Marvel versus Capcom, and they mentioned they're trying not to use the ones that they don't have the licenses of for movies. So they took out Magneto, they took out Wolverine, Jean Grey.
How can you have...
Cable probably isn't going to be in it, right?
So those are iconic guys.
Exactly.
Like, that's true.
Those are people's
my favorite
parties,
guy.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
That's
they might not even have Deadpool, right? If
no.
Deadpool's rights still aren't Marvel, so... You never know, and they're just gonna replace them with like Hawkeye and Vision.
That's so true. I saw Hawkeye. I'm like, why the fuck do you have Hawkeye? In it? Yeah, Hawkeye's in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Iron Man is in it, Captain America, Thor, Rocket, and now Groot is with Rocket. So they're really just like jerking off that.
They're just trying to and they'll put in people from maybe like the TV shows. They might have like a Punisher or I doubt it, but maybe you know what I mean. Maybe Inhumans.
Punisher would be. Oh my god! Oh wait, hold on. we need to. We need to talk about it. So, the Inhumans is it's a Marvel license. It's a comic. Apparently it's like they're mutants. They're like X-Men.
Cool. It's supposed to be a really cool like side story.
So they have a planet. The planet's gonna blow up or whatever. So they need to find refuge on Earth, something like that. So we saw this trailer before we watched SpiderMan. And you know when you can tell the difference between how a movie looks and how a TV show looks just by like the frame, the brightness,
and like every scene seemed like everything was happening within a 30-minute story.
That's true.
Like what the hell is
this is
on?
Way too.
Yeah, they're just showing like a recap of the first episode almost. It seemed like
overall.
And
terrible.
The second I saw it was like on CTV.
Checked out immediately.
I was like, are you kidding me? They've started showing TV show commercials in theaters now.
And their whole thing with that was they were it's filmed on IMAX cameras, right? That's
the
thing.
Yeah.
Like, the first show filmed on IMAX cameras, and
it's like you're watching this show on your fucking laptop.
I know.
Who cares if it's filmed with IMAX
First of all,
cameras? They're gonna lose so much money.
They're gonna lose money.
Yeah,
they are stupid because listen, bro. I hate to break the news to you, but no one's gonna watch a TV show. No one's gonna pay to watch a TV show in a movie theater. Exactly. First of all, you're just gonna watch it on your Android box or your streaming service. That is not paid cable.
They called it Inhumans. It's as if they don't understand how humans work, you know what I mean?
Which is clearly the case.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the characters look terrible. Like
it looked really bad. The main guy, if I'm remembering the right thing,
he's from Gotham,
Ramsey,
isn't he?
He's Ramsey from Game of Thrones, and he's playing the same character.
Yeah,
douchey like leader that everyone's afraid of, but doesn't
dresses in black.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
He looks like a.
I like him too. I watched a show called Misfits. It's a British.
Yeah.
show
That's where he's from. Yeah.
And he's from that. And that was good for like 2 seasons, and then it got really bad. But then after Game of Thrones, he just blew up, and I guess now he's a badass. Like he was a loser in Misfits, but now he's this badass, like threatening guy. But I don't really see it.
No one buys.
Looks like a Harry Potter.
Exactly.
Extra, you know
exactly.
I mean?
That's what I'm saying. He's like pale.
Yeah.
Like
Wayne
looks
Rooney
dorky.
had a emo brother. That's what.
Yeah.
He looks like.
You know what he looks like? You know the emo brother from Wedding Crashers, the gay one that paints.
Well, no, that's what the Gotham guy looks like. The guy you're thinking of.
Oh, fuck.
The penguin guy.
Yeah.
He looks like the Wedding Crashers
Yeah, he does.
brother.
Yeah. I thought they were the same guy. They look the same kind of.
That guy's weird as fuck too.
I'm not down.
Well, not him, but I mean, even I guess he wasn't in Wedding Crashers, but in Gotham, he starts having a crush with like Riddler and Penguin have a love story, which is weird as hell.
What?
Yeah.
So like, are they actually like openly gay?
Double date with Batman and Robin. No, I don't. I stopped watching about the time that story started happening. It wasn't because of that. I don't want people.
Yeah, 100%. No. We're very open-minded here. That's not the case.
Gay stories. No, I watched Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. At least 2 seasons of that.
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
But yeah, at one point, just like they're roommates. And then Penguin's feeling all lost, and he starts crushing on Riddler. He's like, "Oh, you're so cool, and tell me more riddles." And it's so bad. And he fell in love with him. He said, "I love you." I was like, "What's going on?" Yeah, it was so weird.
The necessary complexities you need in a show about Batman, right? Like, why?
That's what happens when you make a story before he's Batman. You run out of ideas that fast.
They're making a show about Krypton, by the way, like a TV series about Krypton.
If it's Krypton without Superman,
100%. That's gonna be no.
That's horrible. Oh my god.
I don't know. They have that Supergirl show still. Legends of DC, Flash, Arrow. The X-Men one that came out, was it? Oh fuck!
Too many now, man.
There's a new X-Men one coming out, like a Bryan Singer X-Men. That looked terrible. Real? Oh my god! I just remember that.
I've always wanted an X-Men Evolutions kind of Netflix show, but they'll never make it. They don't believe in making good things.
Where's a good X-Men cartoon? That's what we need. We need an X-Men cartoon. Like, bring back...
In general, cartoons are slacking now.
Oh, yeah. Like,
they're very childish. There was one good one a few years ago called Spectacular Spider-Man.
Remember... Oh, dude, there's a new Spider-Man TV show coming out. I saw a clip of it. I think like Scorpion was the bad guy or something.
Yeah.
Very cool animation. Really? It looked really good. Nothing too fancy, but it looked really dope. Like, I'll actually give it a shot.
Yeah.
But I just want to touch on something I spoke about earlier. So, watching movies and paying to watch a TV show in the theater. Yeah. First of all, no one pays for cable now. Like, majority of people have an Android box. Yeah. Like, unless you're like white and like have like a disposable income, or you're not paying for cable, right?
Yeah,
you're like,
cause, most people don't.
Or if you're older than 45 and you don't take the time to learn a different technology, you're not going to do this, right? But
most people, I would say, under like, especially like 25, are using their laptops or whatever,
Android box
or Netflix, Apple TV, whatever it is.
I don't know, man. I just
I never understood the whole like, come watch. I remember it kind of started. Well, first they would do things like pay-per-view events, and that I got because if you don't have somewhere to watch it, it's cool to go to the theater and watch it.
Yeah, fair.
But for shows, maybe like season finales or season premieres.
Yeah.
But they started doing every week. Come watch episode 1 and episode 2 and episode 3. And it's like, you're really gonna go pay money to go watch a TV show? Like,
they'll probably have this thing where you get like a season's pass to watch all of them, which is just bullshit.
It's one of those like shit. Save more than ever.
Yeah,
they're $89.99.
Just like the super ticket, man. Remember the super ticket that thing? No one's gonna buy a digital movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. If I support your movie in theaters and I pay to watch it, I'm gonna have endless access to it, so I will download it. That's what I'm saying. We're already making enough money. People like to make the argument about how like, you know what it is actually. Now that I think about it, it might not be the actors who are losing money, because usually people's argument is like,
are never losing
it's a production company. The people who do that, which is kind of true now that I think about it.
But the way I see it is, there's always some money at the top that like. You could, if they wanted to, they can pay those people.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yeah.
You don't need to make the audience pay those people. That is how I see it.
That's true.
But they do. So they always do.
No one. Like, do you think there's going to be like an alternative to like how are they going to combat this? I don't think they can.
For movies or for TV shows?
Movies and TV shows. Like, how are they going to get people to pay for their content?
They're going to have to start doing things like, because the music industry had that problem first.
Yeah.
And they solved it with streaming services.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And so that's what they're trying to do now with Netflix, Amazon, but they just don't get everything. So that's the problem.
There's too many things. You still
have to spend money, and at some point it's going to have to be like, we've started seeing now where TV stations, like HBO has a streaming thing now. You know what I mean? They're going to have to start doing that, where NBC has their own streaming thing instead of just cable. And that's the only way to make that money back, is like, at some point there's not going to be cable boxes, and you're just going to choose which streaming services you want to use. You know what I mean? I think that's where it's going to have to go at some point.
It's funny you say that, because they already had that kind of thing with video on demand, right? Like, if you go to TV video on demand, they have like Global and all their shitty shows. Like HBO has all their things, CTV, MasterChef, all that stuff, right?
If you pay for that service,
exactly. But they need to give you like, I'm like, no one trying to watch on a cable box to pay a lot of money. Like people got to come install it and stuff. Give them a little USB box with all their things. Like, you don't need to. You know what I mean, man? Like,
I see what you mean.
I guess, but then you need internet to run it.
TV too, yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. Because it's a weird spot it's in, because in terms of content, TV's in its golden age. You know what I mean? But then it's like, in terms of how it's.
You think TV's in their golden age of content?
100%, I think, because they have Hollywood actors in TV shows casually for seasons, like random seasons. That never happens.
Does that make it a golden age of TV though? Like, would that make a?
Yeah, because I would say there's more money going into TV shows more than ever. There's more money coming out of TV shows more than ever, and also like at this point, you can argue that the best TV shows every year are better than the best movies. Like, you have very high quality TV shows that come out now.
I can see that argument easily. I can't think of a show that's groundbreaking that's on the air right now.
Westworld.
That's true.
Right, and before that was True Detective was groundbreaking in the sense that they're signing these actors to a full season contract, knowing the whole script. That's never happened in TV before. You don't really get guys like, hey, for one season you want to be the main character of my show.
It's funny you mentioned True Detective. First of all, they're decided to make season 3 of True Detective, which is, I don't know why.
Who's your dream duo for True Detective main characters?
Wesley Snipes.
You just want Wesley Snipes.
And I want Wesley Snipes. And Wesley Snipes.
They have to be True Detective style. Wesley Snipes is a good one. I could see him.
Wesley Snipes and like De Niro.
Oh, he'd be fucking.
That'd be sick.
Al Pacino would be crazy.
Al Pacino would be good, too. Yeah, but like as a cop, like a detective, I'm down to see De Niro
do a different style, like a little dark.
Yeah,
that would be sick. For me, give me Ben Stiller.
Yeah,
or not even Ben Stiller, but like I need a comedian. Like Vince Vaughn was good.
Vince Vaughn was good. Yeah. Vince Vaughn was good.
And someone like that, someone you don't expect to take like a serious role to do it, like Luke Wilson. Imagine if he was good in True Detective. You know what I mean? He would never be. He can only play one character.
People would see Luke Wilson.
Which is why I think Ben Stiller might be good. And it'd be sick to get like a Ryan Gosling or some shit in there.
Ryan Gosling is a good call.
Actor.
Yeah.
He's a really good actor. And he'd be their pretty boy that all the girls are down for, like McConaughey was in season 1.
Yeah, but then it's so funny because like he
was weird as hell.
He's weird as hell, and he, like in the like
I think more guys were down for that character than girls too.
Because he was sick, man.
Yeah, every guy,
especially when he wasn't a cop anymore, and he does like let go, and he does like
drinking his beer.
Yeah, and just like some like hack guy. Like, That was a really good.
That was a good season.
It was a great show.
Recommend that to anyone that hasn't seen it.
If you haven't seen True Detective, totally.
Watch season 1. Season 2, you don't have to watch.
Season 2,
unless you're one of those guys that just watches TV
don't watch
shows.
Season 2.
Yeah,
don't watch
I would
season
say
2.
the same thing. Don't watch season 2.
You know what? I'm gonna end the show talking about somebody that I really, really admire.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about The Rock. Okay, and the reason why I'm talking about The Rock
I can talk about The Rock for days.
So, if you follow The Rock on Instagram, he's the most inspirational person in the entire world because he's always doing something, and a lot of the things he does do like is very positive. Like he gives back to the community. He seems like he's pretty down to earth, but the thing he's making a fuck ton of money, right? Like The Rock is cake. He has his own production company. He has endorsements up his ass. He's getting checks left, right, and like
it's crazy to see someone like at the top of their industry. And that's the beginning of their career. You know what I mean? Like, he like his WWE days is nothing compared to what he's doing now.
Yeah.
And you would think most guys they can't top what they're known for.
No,
it's insane.
I've never seen such a smooth transition from pro wrestling to acting and everything else.
And not just acting. Now he's become like just an like a celebrity icon.
Yeah,
he's I'm pretty sure. Like I was looking up today the top Instagram followers. And he's in like the top 10.
It's of course,
It's him and all the Kardashians. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. And like LeBron James and Cristiano Ronaldo. But it's crazy because he's just he's actor global, technically right now.
He's global. Yeah, he's a phenomenon, this guy. And
he's the new age Arnold, man, almost.
Exactly, you know what I mean? That's exactly what he is. And hopefully he hasn't banged a maid and has a fucking kid that we're going to find out 20 years from now because that has ruined Arnold's image. I love Arnold. Fuck all the haters.
Yeah, he just seems a bit more in control of his persona than Arnold. Back then it was a different society too.
That's true.
Right? Like Arnold, back then you could do things and no one would know. And then he got caught in the era when people started being able to find out. But Rock's coming up in an era. He knows everything he's saying sticks with him. And so he says nothing but the right thing every single step of the way.
He's, even on his Instagram videos, you're right. He nails the lines.
Yeah,
he's such a good speaker. He's so charismatic. He draws people.
He's awesome, and he just seems like a good guy on top of everything.
Good guy. That's why he's obviously okay. So what's going on with? Is he going to be run for president? Like, is that a joke?
I think he's going to do it.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, I think he's going to do it, and I think he should do it because if you're at this point in the States where people are just going to fucking vote for celebrities, let's put a good celebrity in there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's not get a scumbag celebrity. Like, we don't need James Franco to be running like the U.S.
I'd be down for that. That's a great example. I would be down for James Franco.
But you know what I mean? Like someone like that. But someone like The Rock, like I would let The Rock take care of my family. You know, like I trust that guy. I feel like he would genuinely do his best in the position that he's in and whatever he's doing. It just sucks that the only thing he's doing right now is starring in mediocre movies.
That's the thing. His movies are... Yeah, they are mediocre, but they just make so much.
He always gives everything he has. Like I saw it with you, Hercules.
Yeah,
and it looked like he really cared about that
movie.
Yeah,
he carried the whole movie.
And no one else gave a shit about that.
No one.
And
that was a rough... I forgot about that one.
Every time you watch a Rock video on Instagram of him like talking to his fans or whatever, it always ends with him like doing a smile and like a laugh, right?
Yeah, it's
like I have a theory. It's because every time he's making these videos, he sees his own face in the camera, and he just has to smile. He's like, "I'm the best guy of all time."
100%, man.
He's just laughing.
Because he's the best guy.
He's got that at the end. Yeah.
Dude's up at 4:30 in the morning working out after like flying halfway across the world to film 7 movies.
He's the number one athlete in the world. I wouldn't even like.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, that sounds believable. That sounds about right.
People complain about getting up at 9 to go to work. This guy is up at 3 working out before you've done anything.
Did you ever download his app?
No, the alarm clock.
He has a rock alarm clock. It's actually pretty cool, but like I stopped at 3 days later. I was like, I'm trying to stay up.
That'd be a horrible way to get up, by the way.
It was good. It motivated me for a little bit. Yeah. That's the thing. I was like, I just wasn't down for a loud alarm, you know?
Alrighty, folks, that brings us to the end of episode 3 of another podcast day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Seena, here with the illustrious Z Ali. Signing off. Thanks for checking us out. Later, guys.